Hello everyone, today our lesson is about heat energy, so let's start our lesson. Heat energy. Heat energy is a form of energy that transfer or pass from high temperature object, hot body, to lower temperature object, cold body. And all the time the temperature passed from hot body to cool body, as when we touch a hot cup of water, the temperature passed from the hot cup of water to our hand. And the And what is the temperature found in our definition? It's a degree of hotness or a coldness of a body. But we didn't measure the temperature by our hand. We measure it by using thermometer. So we have another definition. It is a condition or a number that determines the direction of heat transfer, whether it's to or from the object. So we use the thermometer, which have a lot of numbers that indicate whether the object is cold or hot. What is the relation between temperature, heat, and friction? You studied heat and temperature in the previous two slides. Now what is the friction? Friction is a force exists between two surfaces touching each other moving in opposite direction. As when we rub our hand in winter, we feel warm. That's because the kinetic energy increase or the motion between our hands increase, which increases the friction force, then the temperature increase, producing heat energy between our hands. As you see in the picture in front of you, there is a friction between match which produce fire. So temperature and friction are directly proportional to each other, means that they increase together or decrease together. As you see in the picture in front of you, it's called ball bearing that found in most of the devices in our life. And when the temperature increase, the friction increase that may cause devices damage, but scientists add some oils and lubricants to make their movement easily. We have three ways of heat transfer: conduction, convection, or even radiation. First, conduction. It is one of the way of heat transfer through solid from high temperature object, hot body, to low temperature object, cold body. As you see in the pictures in front of you that we have two types of material. One of them can allow heat to pass through and we call it conductors, while the other type of material cannot allow heat to pass through and we call it insulators. Second way of heat transfer is called convection, which is the transfer of heat through gases and liquid. As you see in the picture in front of you, the hot molecules density decrease that becomes light, so they rise up. And the cold molecules density increase, they becomes heavy, so they falls down. Third way of heat transfer is radiation, which is the transfer of heat through air or vacuum from high temperature object to low temperature object, as the radiation that comes from the sun to the earth. Of course, the sun is a hot body and the earth is a cold body. In this slide, let's compare between conduction, convection, or even radiation. I'll give you a few seconds to state the difference between them, then I will show you the answer. Do you wonder before why we hang the AC or the air conditioner at the upper part of the room and why we place the electric heater at the lower part of the room? You have few seconds to answer? Very good, excellent. The hot molecule density decrease, they become light, so they rises up. The cold molecule density increase, they become heavy, so they falls down. There are some technological applications to produce heat, as electric heater and electric stove. Their source of energy is the electricity, which is renewable. Solar heater and solar oven, their source of energy is the sun, which is permanent. Finally, gas stove and gas oven, its source of energy is the natural gas, which is non-renewable. Finally, the sun is the main source of energy on the earth. Its energy is called solar energy, which is clean and permanent.